one trustee who wasn't available, but they've taken steps to find another time for the interview too. So is there anything else that I might want to, or you might want to mention about April 20th?
Just a reminder of the public meeting that night at 6 o'clock. That's in the Village Center. We will have another representative. There'll be two, me and someone else that will help with the discussion.
Okay.
You said 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 to
Okay.
7.
Again, that in the lower level of the Village Center.
Okay, that's 7.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have that notice public, or we have a public notice for that meeting. We've actually invited all of our volunteer committees as well to attend, allowing them an opportunity to weigh in. So we have a public notice for the meeting in case we have forum issues.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the stakeholder interviews, what is stakeholder, what does that mean exactly?
School district, CDA, bid, the executive director, the superintendent, along with one or the chair or the president or of the board will be doing the interview with
Did the whole board get that letter?
Yes.
We all
The
got
same letter that you all got with the same questions. They'll be responding to the same
The
questions.
stakeholders were all mentioned on it, right?
As I said, all the committees are invited to all the 6 o'clock meetings by feedback.
Thank you. Any reports from village trustees?
I have a few, and I also have items for future consideration, so that's one report. The jazz band for the school district of Shorewood just had a fundraiser at the atrium. So this past Wednesday, it was, in my opinion, a beautiful venue. I got to see all three levels. The jazz band was off the hook right away as well. They did a really terrific job.
What time?
It was, I think, Ann, was it 6 or 7 it started, or 6:30? It happened
Okay.
already.
Yeah, I thought it was 7.
That's close
Or was it
enough.
6:30?
I was wondering whether it was 3 o'clock or.
No,
It was an
no.
evening. It was
Evening
pretty
event.
special.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Oh, cash bar.
Okay. And it was the intermediate school and the high school. And it was just a very lovely, I still got goosebumps the next day discussing it with Susie Dixon at the high school and who had attended. It's a lot of community members, and I'm just excited to see this establishment on Capitol Drive and to see all of that activity. And everyone, to my knowledge, was able to find a place to park, so that's good. I also, let's see, what is this, reports?
Board reports.
Board report. Okay, well, I guess this isn't really a report, but I'm throwing it in there anyway. If you're looking to sign up for softball, the female softball league is looking for players in
That's a report.
instruction. And this helps the school rec department, and we encourage you, it's only $15, and we need more women to sign up for that Monday nights, which is often problematic for some of us on the board to play. The Shorewood School District has been recognized for a lot of its innovations that they're looking at, and not only in education, but in classroom environment. So for example, a major change going on in the intermediate school next year is they're going to be moving from your 50-some minute or 48-minute classroom to block learning, which is longer amount of time spent on each subject per day instead of transferring between amongst 7 or so classes. So I'm really happy to see that, and they're also addressing some of, I'm not sure how to describe this exactly, but I'll just tell you the result, maybe someone will know this. Using a lot of those exercise balls, those large balls often are glued to sit on, so to allow students who are more kinesthetic and require more movement throughout the day, which I fall in that category, so maybe we'll look at as a board for that as well. And there are a variety of reasons why those are supposed to be beneficial for students and adults alike. So, and there are many other innovations, so I don't need to go into that. A lot of students have also mentioned how happy they are about the bee ordinance, and colony collapse has been coming up a lot in the news. So again, thanks for all the hard work that we all did on that. I thank everyone for that, because we're ahead of the curve.
So how many colonies do we have?
It's not that necessarily, I don't know how many people have the, or TDD through Shorewood, but colony collapse is an epidemic, you know,
Oh,
national,
that's right.
international.
Yeah, right.
So it's a decrease in the bee population, which as we know, the honeybees, if the pollinators all die, so do we. And let's see what else. I think that might be it for reports for now.
Okay, any other reports?
Yeah, tomorrow evening at 5 to 7 at Gordon Park Pavilion is the presentation on PCBs in the Milwaukee group.
Oh,
So that's the stretch through Shorewood, so I plan to attend.
Reread some Rachel Carson.
Yeah. when it's-
we read that number
And
last.
on Friday at 7, there's one of the environmental movies, The True Cost of Clothing. I had it at the high school, is it at the Village Center?
It's Village Center.
It's that, okay, so it's at the Village Center.
What time?
7 o'clock.
Friday?
Be great. Great food.
I do have more reports when you're done.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
Or someone
Go
else.
ahead.
In Public Works, we did talk about looking comprehensively at parklets, and since we passed the chocolate factory one, I sent it, didn't have a chance to mention that we do want to look at all the possible places we could have parklets, since it is a pilot program, and just have an opportunity to consider it, looking at the whole CBD and how many we would have. We want to have as many as we possibly can fit, or we want to look at some limitation on them. So I just wanted to let everyone know that we would be reviewing that. Also, the Pet and Bike Safety Committee is sponsoring Pet and Bike Safety Week, I believe May 6th.
Starting May 6th through the
Starting,
12th.
yeah. And there's going to be a number of the bike rodeo that we've begun. The committee's been trying to have a bike and movie. A couple, and I'm going to be working with one of the members on a women's skill ride for those of us who are more recreational bikers, but would like to maybe log more hours on our bikes this summer. So there's going to be, so keep an eye out for that. There's going to be a lot of fun and interesting events. And I did also have a meeting, I believe last week, with staff from building inspection, the health department, and senior services about a particular situation with the code compliance that is kind of, I think we were all notified about, that has gone, just about as far as it can go. And my concern was really just one for the resident, that all the possible services that we could offer in terms of assistance to this person, that we had made all offers of assistance that we really could before taking legal action. And I did leave that meeting feeling reassured that the village, particularly the health department and Elizabeth Price had made every effort to be of assistance in that particular case. So I just wanted to pass that along.
Thank you. Any other reports from trustees?
Yes, just one other. The timing of the Conservation Committee film is to coincide with our country's celebration of Earth Day, and also along with that on Saturday is the River Keeper is coordinating the river's cleanup, volunteers all throughout all three river watersheds in the area, the Kinnickinnick, the Menominee, and the Milwaukee. And from past years, the word is that in the city and in the more densely populated areas like Shorewood, that coverage is pretty good. But if there are folks that are interested in participating and going upstream, into the upstream, the farther upstream reaches, that there can be information found on the Riverkeeper's website. Meeting spots, there are some stretches of all the rivers that are done actually from the river itself in a canoe or kayak. Most others are along the shoreline with no special gear. The Riverkeeper provides gloves and bags. And then from noon until 2 p.m., and that's Saturday morning. And then noon to 2 p.m., the Riverkeepers will be sponsoring the Rock the Green celebration that will be in Estabrook Park rapper chef, local band will be performing, and there'll be a celebration of the river cleanup as well as our rivers and earth. That is this Saturday.
Were you gonna make some remarks?
And I will be making some remarks.
Oh, nice.
Let's not.
So
Miss
humble,
that.
Paul. So humble.
We'll stand up.
Oh, great.
Anything happened to me on the way to the
I'll be
river?
there, I can't.
Trustee McKay, I think you had your hand up there.
Yes. Tyler, are you gonna include the marketing advisory committee meeting in your report?
You can certainly do it.
Okay, just briefly, there was a meeting, Tyler pulled together a meeting last week between the marketing advisory committee, the new marketing contractor, Savage Communications, I guess, and the new bid marketing coordinator, Sarah Dinev. I don't-
Yep.
Yep. And Crystal Lanky, the the
Public relations.
public relations contractor for the marketing team. And it was a very productive and efficient meeting. So that everyone shares the same goal of efficiency, communication, managing the contract, leveraging dollars. And I was very excited to what they had. So we'll keep you posted.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, Mike, did you have anything to correct?
Oh, could I add? Actually, I didn't do that. So one of the objectives of the meeting was to establish what they're going to start working on. And so the short-term priorities are promotion for the events, the bike race, and the, or any collaboration around the bike race promotion and the July 4th. And also the completion of the attribute work and the tagline work that came out of the marketing summit with the, based on the marketing research. So they are ready to go and it won't take, they understand that this is a short-term turnaround and not a replication of the entire process. And so it was a real relief. There's a real sense of confidence that we're going to get those deliverables very quickly. And then I'll just say the high school chamber concert is performing their last concert of the year next Thursday, the 27th of April, 7 p.m. at the North Shore Presbyterian Church.
Next Thursday.
That's always
What's
nice.
that?
This Thursday, next Thursday.
Next Thursday, right, the 27th.
Do you have something else?
Are you
No,
done?
I am really done.
Okay, so another item I forgot to mention earlier is that there is a rather large group of residents and people from the greater Milwaukee area, but residents looking at ways, they're contacting me and looking at ways that we can update some of our policies and some of our materials for the village to reflect a more welcoming and open community. There'll be more to come on this, but I just thought, and I've been really inspired by, the contact that I've had from these people. It's been very positive while they're addressing some very heated and real issues nationally and internationally. So just that's a little teaser for you. Okay, and so more to come on that. Tomorrow, if you can make it to Matt, so the next three items I have, I'll try to be quicker, from the League of Wisconsin Municipalities. So I'm part of the lobbying team as well as the vice president of the board. And so I would encourage all of you who are able to make it to Madison or at least contact your legislators, because there is a lead service lateral replacement bill that will be discussed and has a lot of legislative support on both sides of the aisle. And what this bill, if passed, would allow would be for municipalities to offer incentives to our residents to make it lawful for us and our water utilities to create financial assistance programs for the replacement of lead pipes. Who's what?
Whose finances are used for this financial assistance?
Well, this would just change it. It doesn't require us to offer financial assistance. It would allow us the ability to do that through the water utility. So that's a great
The
question.
water utility.
Yes, through the water
I just
utility.
want to.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's what your question entailed. Okay, so if you can contact your legislators, tomorrow is when they're going to begin the discussions on that, and if you can make it to Madison, even better. Well, in addition, okay, so that's one item from the league. The second is, where is it? There is a league lobby day meeting in Madison. It's going to be on May 10th. Any of you are invited and encouraged, everyone is invited and encouraged to attend. We're partnering with the Municipal Electric Utilities of Wisconsin and the Transportation Development Association. It's an infrastructure lobby day. So I will pass on, if you don't already have the materials, of which we're going to be really lobbying hard on as part of that. So it's a big transportation and infrastructure year for us. Thirdly, I'll be attending the National League of Cities City Summit, which is formerly the Congress of Cities, in November. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina, 15th to 18th, at no cost to the village of Shorewood. This is all again sponsored through the league. So I'm excited because this is an opportunity to collaborate with 3,000 some of very involved legislators and municipal legislators from across the United States. And if you are, just to go back to the previous item, if you are interested in the lobby day session on May 10th and you want to speak with me, please do. I can give you the information for the legislative webinar. So we have a webinar before we actually, with some training and valuable